So I'm Zoe from Little Learners Harrogate, and this is my daughter. What's your name? Zyla, and she's 7, so she's going to be my helper today, and we might have one more. So we're going to start, as we do in our classes, with our Little Learners song. So we're going to put our waving hands up. Do you want to do this, Zyla? Yeah. There's a bee. Do you want to come and see? Here he is. And this is Toby. So say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. So we're going to sing our Little Learners song. Go down. So waving hands up. Hello, hello, how are you? Hello, hello, how are you? Learning through our messy play. Which map will we meet today? Hello, hello, how are you? So say good morning, everybody. So at Little Learners, we meet 4 different characters, and the one we're going to meet today is Swirlo. So she's found in all the letters that have circles and swirls that you can see here, and she is magical. So we're going to practice. If you've got a tea towel or something else, we're going to practice a big, you can have one, we've got our scarves, a big circle. We're going to go round, around, and round, and we're going to make circles in the air, developing that gross motor movements. Good, and can you go the other way? And round, and round, and round. Well done, lovely. And then we're going to warm our fingers up. So we're going to do round and round the garden. So if you can do it on your hand or your little one's hand, or if they're a bit older, they can do it to you. So round and round the garden, like a teddy bear. A 1 step, a 2 step, and tickly under there. She might be a bit old for this now. And then on the other hand, round and round the garden, like a teddy bear. A 1 step, a 2 step, and tickly under there. Well done, give yourselves a clap. And the last one, should we sing Wheels on the Bus? Oh, thank you. So again, we're going to practice our big movements again before we can write letters and start playing with that. So we're going to do the wheels on the bus, and I want you to draw big wheels to go round and round. You want to sing, Toby? So the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. Well done, give yourselves a clap. So, you come and sit down. So today, our live session is about some of the Simply Kids products. So we use them lots in our classes, in our Tuff trays. And I'm just going to show you, for those of you that have got them at home, just to see what they're like, or if you're thinking about buying them out to play in the garden, they're really good products. They're child-friendly, so they don't irritate skin, even sensitive skin. They don't stain, but they're fantastic resources. Pardon? The bee's gone now. You might go and play it. Are you playing outside, or are you going to do this?
The bee has gone.
It has gone. So some of the products we're going to look at today is the Gelli Baff. So some of you might have this, and it comes in lots of different colours. And there's different versions. So you can have sachets, which is the jelly play as well. It's the same thing, just smaller amounts. And there's a bigger version of the jelly play as well. So this is what we're going to have a look at today. And then later we're going to have a look at the slime, unicorn, which is popular with lots of children. But first of all, we're going to start with a new product. So I only got some of this last week. And what's this one called, Zyla? So this is called Crackle Baff. So you get a little sachet of this, and what you can do, if you're wanting to keep the mess all together, is you can just pop it in their bath. And what happens when you put it in the bath? Do you know, Toby?
In the water.
You put it in the water, and does it change colour? Yeah. And guess what? This is a mystery colour. What colour do you think it might be? Might be blue, and what do you think, Zyla?
Yellow.
Yellow, blue or yellow. So it can just make bath chimes a bit more fun, and it also says crackle. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear, but we're going to see today if we can hear the crackle. You can do it in a second. So I'm just going to make a little colourful bottle with the water, just so that you could see it. But if you're out in the sunshine later today, you could use some of this in your paddling pool. You can use it in a washing up tub, or maybe you'll have a baby bath. You can use all of those different things. And then we're going to tip some in, and we're going to have a look. You can do it. Just let Mummy open it. You ready? You've got to be really, really quiet so that everybody can hear the sound. You ready?
Yeah, yellow.
How did you? Can we hear that? I'm not sure if we can hear. So it's a bit like, if you know the popping candy we used to have when we were little, when you pop it on your tongue, that's the sound that it makes.
Yellow,
This filter's going to go in. We're going to tip some more in. Don't worry. And then it makes a lovely yellow colour. Do you want to tip some in yours?
I guessed it right.
You did guess it right. Well done.
It's blue.
It's yellow, this one. And then we're going to put it really tight. And then we're going to give it a shake. And then over time it will dissolve. Hopefully you can hear that a little bit. But it's a really good product in the bath. My children used it last week and it turns a whole bath. But what's great about it as well is with the colour, it doesn't stain, it doesn't do anything to your back. And again, it's a child-friendly product, but then they can sit in the water. Again, for a swimming pool, it would be great today that they can hear all of these sounds to do it.
It looks like sweet corn.
It does a little bit, looks like sweet corn, doesn't it? That was a good guess. You can't really tell as well in here. It will take a little bit of time, but that would turn your whole back yellow. So they're great fun. So that's just a lovely little way to explore and maybe to have a bit more fun at bath time. So that's our first activity today. So there we go. We're going to put the lids on. If you try that today, maybe we can see that in your garden. I don't know, that's a really good guess, wasn't it? So that's our first activity today. And next, we're going to have a look at this different product from Simply Kids. So this one is called Jelly World. So they do different versions. My little girl's been asking me if she can have one of these for a while, so this is the first day. And what you get is, maybe if you don't have a Tuff tray at home, you don't have the space, or obviously a Tuff tray is quite big, it takes a lot of setting up and clearing up. You get a small inflatable tray, and then inside you get 5 different sachets of the jelly play, so it's lots and lots of play. Are we excited? What colour is this one? Do we know? Not quite blue. It's pink. So you get 5, so you can have lots of time to play.
Unicorn inside.
Yeah, lovely. Shall we see? So you can open those. So what we do is we can just use this. Again, you can use this one inside, you can use it outside. So you just tip your water in. What I did with my children last week is we had warm water. So this is still slightly warm, but it meant when they were playing it feels really, really nice. So we're just going to pop the water in, first of all. We're going to open this, and all they are is just little tiny crystals, and then you can shake it in, and Toby's going to do that, and then we're going to spread it out over the surface of the water. We can put some more. You want to put it all in? Lovely. And then we're going to mix it round. Toby, do you want to take one of these?
2 trees, and we've got some fairies, and another fairy.
Lovely. So with this product, you get lots of little small world figures to play. So we've got trees, unicorns, fairies. So lots of little products that they can play in this sensory bath.
And a muffin.
You've got it. And then they can use their fingers. So this tray is great if your little one maybe doesn't like to sit in the trays and feel it. They can just use different tools. You can I just use these from Toby's Play Kitchen. You might have some scoops, but you can just use normal utensils that you have in the house. And then should we show them? What's it feel like? Does it feel nice? Do you like it? A little fairy.
I think we need another bucket.
You might do. We can put some more water in a second. So they have fairies, and then they can use their imagination, and then they can play. We could name our fairies, and they can make a small world scene there. But again, for those of you that are not overly keen on the mess and it's really easy, then you can have this, and it feels really nice. You can mould it together. What does it feel like? So it's a bit like jelly, isn't it? So and it smells nice as well, which is always a bonus. And you want a bit more water in. So then we can put more water in. So what we do is we just tend to start off with a little bit, and then as we stir and mix, we've got the different mixture here, and then they can play. And obviously, over time, you can add different characters. So we've got, would you like to put Peppa Pig in, or Mummy Pig?
We've got a space Peppa Pig.
We've even got space one too.
And on the bottom it has George.
It does.
And you can make a George print.
And what does it feel like, Sila?
Mummy, can you put the numbers in?
Oh, well, do you know, I'd just forgotten about that, Toby. Good boy. So, what you could do as well, so if you fill this more, so we've just got some little phone numbers, or a different selection of numbers or letters that you might have. Maybe it could be their name, depending on the age, or you could have some of the keywords. So then we can pop them inside.
If you're a bit older, you can put like the jelly things on it, and then you can make an S.
So you can put more jelly in here, you could hide them. And then to develop their fine motor skills, so you might have a little pair of tweezers. If you have these, great. Or you can just use your kitchen tongs. I know my class, so we get very excited. We could use, do you want to try the tweezers? And then they can you see if you can find one of the numbers, Toby? Should we see? And what letter have you got, Zyla?
X.
What sound does that make? For a snake. Wow, and what have you got, Toby? Do we know? So Toby's 2. Do we know what number this is? It begins with a S. It's the number 6. So we can do that.
Or if you turn it around, it could be a 9.
It could be, possibly, yeah. Then we can see it with both, couldn't we? So you can hide letters in there as well, or you can just use it as a role play resource. But it does feel really nice. It's really calming. And as I said, really easy to tidy up afterwards if you don't want to get a whole Tuff tray out. Now, what's great about Simply Kids products too is that all you have to do to this is you can add water to it, and then it's drain safe, so you can just flush it away. It can go down the drain. But another idea what you can do, Sada, can you pass me one of those bags? Yeah, just lift my phone up. And again, you can add lots of scoops and different tools. You could use some little cookie cutters to make shapes in there. But if you wanted to, so maybe if you have a younger baby or a child that's not quite ready for the different textures, we could fill up one of these bags. Toby, do you want to do that? So they could help you to do it, or you could do it. You could even use your hands. And when you add it, you probably add a bit more water to this. You could make a lovely sensory bag. So you could fill them up. And again, they could squash and squeeze. You get a Ziploc bag. They can stand on it, use their feet. And again, you could pop little numbers in, or you could have laminated colours, and they can find, and a fairy. If you want to put a fairy in, we can put a little fairy. So it's a little fun bag. I might add a bit more water to this one. And then you can see. So it's up to you what your children like the most. We tend to have it as a thicker jelly, but you could water it down as well, which will be better in the sensory bags. If you can see, you could keep going and fill them up to do that. So that's our Jelly World play. Lovely. And then, does that feel nice? You can fill that up. We're going to keep going. And then obviously that's a way to save this resource. And then later, if you want to go back, you could just tip it back out into the tub again, so you can save that if you're using it with your own children as well. So
and then you can seal it.
You can seal it up. Should we seal it up, Toby? You want to do a little bit more? Well done. But again, with this one, I'd probably add more water to hide it, and then does it feel nice? Can you feel that? Does that feel nice? And then they don't have to get messy if they don't want to either, if you're doing that as an indoor activity.
And then you can stick it down with some sellotape.
Yeah.
And then you can put it down and you can make lots of different marks.
Very good. So Zyla's saying, if you can hear her, I don't know if you can see this. If you put it down here, she just said, I'm not sure if that's on the camera, that you can make your marks so they can try and write their name, letters, numbers as you squeeze it down. So you can use some masking tape, tape it to the floor as well. Little ones can just explore, or you can do some mark making with your fingers there as well, which makes it nice and fun. Lovely. So we're not too messy just yet. Well done, Toby. Thank you. So the next part we're going to do is we're still looking at the jelly play. And next of all, just tilt that screen a little bit. So lots of people might not have a Tuff tray at home. Again, they're quite big and great for the garden. But here, so we've got a smaller version. So this is just from a garden centre. So it's a bit more manageable, a bit easier to use. So in our classes, what we tend to do with the jelly play, we'd have it in a big Tuff tray. We might have a dinosaur swamp. What have we got here, Toby? What does this look like? Got some sand and water. What's the matter?
I don't know where it is.
You don't know where it is? You can use one of these if you want. So we've just got some pebbles and stones, and we've got the sand as well. And again, it's just imaginative play, different scenes. You can link it to a story that you have as well. I didn't have the blue, so this is a green one, but again, you can add as much of this as you want. It feels lovely, actually. It's really therapeutic, really calming. I'm not sure. And then they can just play, and they'll play for ages. So last week I used just their sand and water tray outside. Do you remember we used a red one, and what did you play? What did you make? Do you remember? You made an ice cream shop, do you remember? And they were scooping it.
I did make the ice cream.
You did make the ice cream. So again, lots of different tools around your house. You can have little moulds.
It looks a bit like a coral reef.
It does look a bit like a coral reef. So, and then we can add some little creatures. So then you'd hope this would develop their language skills. And what's this, Toby? Doing a shark as well. So we can pop a shark in there. They could choose. Like I said, you could have a dinosaur swamp, a Peppa Pig world. You could have it based on a story you like Bear Hunt. We're going on a bear hunt.
Like the coral reef.
It does.
It's green.
And then again, they're developing their fine motor skills. Even though Zyla's older, she'll play this with her brother as well, so just using their imagination. Or you could even have ducks in there, and we could fish them out. So lots of different activities, scooping into pots and pouring. So the jelly play is really versatile. If you did want to, with the bigger box here, so the Gelli Baff, again, if you don't have one of these tubs or you're not that keen on mess, what you can do, you have a big box, you put your water in your bath, and this can make a whole bath of Gelli Baff. Even though it sounds a bit scary, actually, we tried it last week and it's great fun. And you get a second sachet in here, so once they finish in the bath, you sprinkle the second sachet, and then you just add water, it dilutes, and again, it can go down the drain, so there's completely no mess afterwards. But I know if I put this out in the garden today, it's great fun with them as well. So they'll play lots of times, they'll probably change the tools they use, and they might change the characters that they have around. So be led by them, their theme, what they're enjoying as well, which we can see they're playing today, and it's mixing. And the last thing that you could do with jelly play as well, so
Can I tip that in?
yeah, you can tip that in. So what's this one, Toby? Can you see?
A crab.
A little crab. So last night, just for a different texture and a different feel, I put some jelly moulds in the freezer with the Gelli Baff. Not sure if you can see that. So they come out really, really well. So we've got,
Can I put it in there?
you can put it in there if you want. You can see as well, a little crab. So I've got another one for you. And then what have we got here? A boat as well. So it's just a different texture. It's a different feeling. Does that feel nice? It's really cold, isn't it? So it's just another way of playing and freezing the Gelli Baff. Pardon? You can pick it up, yeah, if you want to use that. So again, lots of different activities, really good for their imagination. And then afterwards, you would just like water to it as well. Which spoon? That one.
And you can cut all the little ice.
Or you could, you've got lots of different ways that you could do this. I'm just going to grab a towel. And again, if you wanted, you could hide letters or numbers and shapes, do colour activities. What's a really good one with the Gelli Baff is you could hide little Scrabble tiles in there. And again, for older children, if you've got preschool children at home, if they're having to learn, you want me to write this? If they're learning their keywords, you're wanting to do it in a fun way, they could pick out the words, you could put certain letters, they could rearrange and then try and write it on a whiteboard as well. So lots of different activities for this to make writing fun. Lovely. So as you can see, my two are having great fun playing with this, but we're just going to move, oh, sorry about that. We're going to move on to the final activity now. Can we put this down for a minute? Is that okay? And then we're going to put in the garden, Toby, and you can play with this after. Is that good? Yeah, so just, if you want to wipe your hands on that towel, that white.
And now we're going
Sorry, there's a lot of manoeuvring today. Zala, do you want to say?
now we're going to make a slime sensory bag.
Right, so our last activity, again by Simply Kids, is their slime. So there's lots of different versions. I think you can get Batman's slime, Ryan's World, and we've got again the unicorn one. Ryan's World, I think you can. Now there's lots of great ideas, and I think even on our Little Learners page that we've showed you how to make your own slime, how to make your own loop, but sometimes having those ingredients is a bit difficult. It might not work as well as you hope, so this is a really fun way to do it. And again, it's child safe, it doesn't stain, but it is really, really gooey. So I made this, oh look at that, Toby, it matches our Little Learners top.
And you've got 2 unicorns
Yes.
inside.
If you could see Zyla's bedroom, everything is unicorn themed, so we have lots in our house of this. It matches nicely with Little Learners. You want to put the unicorn in? Or we don't need to put any more in just yet, we can save that. So I've only used about half the packet in here. I wouldn't use it all at once. And look at that. So we've got a yellow one and a green one. You want to put that in? So again, if your children, I do find with slime, it tends to work better for the older children. Again, really calming and relaxing.
And we can, are we making sense with that?
Not with this one, but I suppose you could as well, couldn't you?
It says that.
Yeah, it did say on there that was for the jelly bath. So what we can do, and then you can see it is really sticky, but again, really therapeutic.
Scoop it up.
It's really hard to scoop up, isn't it, to see, but it feels really, really nice. Again, that they can play with for ages. You can talk about how it feels. What does it feel like? And if they don't want to touch it, if they don't like it, just give them the tools, or some of them will even have it in a Tuff tray and be happy to play in it. Just be careful, it might get a bit slippy. But again, you can add letters and numbers, all those different activities for everybody, who I know I am as well, do lots of homeschooling at the minute. They don't just need a paper and pencil, so even if they're older, you can still practice their spelling words to do that in here. So again, you could add the Scrabble tiles because they're washable, so that's a really good way to do it. But again, just having lots of different fun ways of learning pre-writing skills really to do that. But you can add figures, add your own little world as well. You can put whatever you like in here. So do you like the feel of it, Toby? What does it feel like? What's it feel like? Pardon? We're just in the middle of potty training at the minute, so this is a live video and this is what happens with children. So lots of different activities today. So all these products I sell at Little Learners Harrogate, so we're making messy play bundles at the moment for those people that are home and they want to try out some different activities than all the food and the activities that you have home. So they're available on my website and lots of the other franchisees too.
If you like this video, give it a heart.
So she said if you could give us a heart if you're enjoying watching this. And yes, all the other franchisees might be selling it as well at Little Learners. So we've only got 2 more days left of our live videos now, our daily lives. And then from next week, it will go to 2 days a week because lots of the franchisees of Little Learners are now starting their own online classes. So they're going to be small groups And the focus rather than messy play is the other aspect of Little Learners. The main aspect is to do with mark making. So there'll be lots of activities to develop mark making skills linked to phonics, activities to develop their writing skills. So maybe from maybe 2 upwards up to school, because lots of Little Learners leaders like me are trained teachers as well, so we want that one-to-one interaction. So if you'd like to find out more about those, click on your local franchisee's website. Mine will be starting soon as well. So that's it really. So I'm sorry about the start today. You want to put pepper in. So as you can see, we probably need a Tuff tray because we've got everything in here, but it doesn't matter, they're having fun. But thank you for, you want to put that in as well? Yeah, of course you can. You might be able to get it in. But thank you for watching today. We've got an ice cream mug. We say bye, everybody. Bye. Say thanks for watching.
And it's all over
Thank
this
you.
way.
You say bye.
Hello. I put it on the table by accident.